Welcome to the first Zatsudan! Yay, 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 yay! If you do not know what a Zatsudan is, let me explain. This is the first one in this channel, so bear with me. Bear with me now. So this is just a section I mentioned in my debut that I will be yapping a lot, and this is just one of those dedicated ones where I just talk about some things, which is gonna be a huge part of this channel. Okay, so I don't know if this is actually a good introduction. I'm still new to this, but yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen here. Hello, how is everyone? Is everyone good? I have been out of commission because I've been so busy. But that's why we're here today, and I'm gonna talk about it. Shall we get started? Shall we get started? All right. Bam. So, I on the first, let me scoot over here. Let me slide on over. My thoughts on that debut. I could have edited a lot more, but it's just, I guess I was impatient. And there was really no time. I'm a very busy fox during the week, so, and I don't want to be too much of a perfectionist. So those are my actual thoughts of what happened in the last video. That was pretty much it. But I'm glad I was finally able to make it out, that video out, because I've been wanting to edit a lot more for that. So I'm glad it's out, yay! And I can finally move on. Okay, anyways, I'm losing a lot of time here, so let's just get on with it. So, there is one thing that I wasn't able to cover in the last one because, well, I don't know. I'm too nervous and too shy. It's been a while since I've done this kind of thing. Actually my first time, but I'm a very shy fox. Okay, only at the beginning. I will warm up at some point. Okay. Hang on, I'm feeling kind of hot. Give me a second. No, I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just adjusting my position. It is too warm in this shrine. I had to adjust my position a bit. Okay, so the first thing that I wasn't able to cover, most definitely, boom. What do I do as a kitsune? I added some Japanese context, you know, just in case someone else watches this, because I'm pretty sure. Okay. Like a lot of Japanese people also watch Zatsudan, so I was just trying to be considerate. So my job as a kitsune, where I currently work, I pretty much guide a lot of lost souls, and I teach them into going back into the light, I would say. I guide a lot of those souls, and then I bring them to the shrine and teach them some things, and you know, just guide them to where they need to be, so that they could be reincarnated. So yeah, changing lives, I pretty much is one of the things I value a lot, and that's the reason why I took up this job. One of the big reasons, of course. I also want to get paid. Okay, payment. I also need that gold, those coins. So yeah. So that's what I do. It's a pretty chill job. I mean, I work like 5 days a week, so it doesn't take the whole time, but it is very sporadic. It's very random. My schedule is very random, and I think that's the reason why I can't upload as much, or I am not even be able to stream as consistently. But I'm trying to change that. I am trying to change that. Okay. So yes, some things that I do like about it is that I back then I was pretty much overworked. Trust me, this is my job right now. Is I love my job right now. Like it's probably the best job I've had in a while. A lot of my former jobs were like I said, I would be taken advantage of. When I was still like blending in with the humans, and I would take in their jobs. Yeah, I'm used to let's just say being bossed around and me just following orders regardless. So I've had enough, and I thought I would take it into my own hands to actually choose something that for myself that I want to do. So technically I am still doing part-time. So yay! So I can still do the things that I want to do, like this. So yeah, so I'm really happy where I am right now. But there will, of course, I'm still looking into like expanding into the future. You know, this fox still has to grow, and there's a lot more in the horizon. And I guess this thing that I'm doing here with my broadcast and everything is just like a side project that I thought of, so I could, you know, I've already listed the reasons as to why. I guess it's to better express myself and also log like my memories or some of the fun memories. So I could also listen back to it in the future to see how far we've come. So yes, that was a long but that's the reason why we're here. Yes. Just a fair warning though. My camera has been not doing so great. Like I bought this camera just recently, but I think some of the USB ports on my my computer is malfunctioning. So I might save up to upgrade my PC soon, because this is not working and I don't want my thing to disconnect all the time. So I will work on that, and that is part of the goals that I had for this year. And having my current job right now, it's kind of hard to save up for that much, especially when there are bills to pay. So please bear with me for a bit. Yes. But yeah, the job of a kitsune, the guidance of souls, a lot of foxes, a lot of kitsunes have different jobs, but that's where I'm right now. I'm more of a frontliner out there, guiding the souls. So that's it. That's my role as a kitsune, and I hope my my celestial master would appreciate it. I think he would appreciate it. He or she. I still don't know the gender. Like to this day, I still don't know. Moving on. Jan. So I would probably a lot of these Zatsudan might come on the weekends. So I will probably do a lot of the weekly recaps, but there could be midweeks too. Who knows? If I just want to yap, these are random yapping sessions. But most of the time, if I'm hosting something on the weekends, I will just recap a lot of things. Let me move over. There we go. So weekly recap. As you can see, I finished making the debut video. Let's go! I'm so happy to do that. It's been a long time coming, really. I've been meaning to do this kind of content for a while now, but life happens. especially if you're busy with other things. And finally, I have some literally a channel to just share my thoughts again. I'm not confident to do streams yet or live streams like that, especially with my equipment and also with my schedule. It's kind of difficult. That's why I'm just sticking to uploads for now. It's pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded. But yes, I've also tried to dabble on Twitter. I think I'll just do Twitter for a bit. Instagram and all that. Maybe in the future. As I said, there's not enough time to actually make a lot of platforms yet. But it is good if I want to grow this community. I feel like short form content is definitely the way to go right now. So I don't want to go all in on this. This is more like I said, it's like a personal thing to just yap. A channel that I could just like log my things. So yeah, growth probably not in anytime soon. I am still testing the waters for this. Okay, so maybe in the future, maybe Instagram, maybe TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. I have no time, or maybe I just don't make the time because I'm tired all the time. Like this morning, I could barely get up. It was so cold, and it's always cold in my room. I am in this shrine, as you can see. It is the doors are open, the windows are open. Good luck to me in the summer, because it is freaking cold right now. Well, I have really high ceilings in my room too, so yeah, the heat just goes up to the ceiling. So even if the heater is on in my shrine, it will never reach me. So during winters, I will just bundle up. I will just wear a jacket and my socks and just be snugly in my blanket, because that's all I could do. Let me drink some water. I've been talking for non-stop like a rapper here. But yeah, I've had my blanket for like a few years now. I haven't changed them. I should probably buy some. That's the issue with me. It's just that I keep buying stuff that I find interesting, like techie stuff, but the essentials like a blanket, new pillowcases, I really need to work on that. Like this, when I went to the shower this morning, I found out that I even ran out of the body wash that I used to wear. No, I don't wear body wash. What the fuck? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to swear there. I'm sorry. But yeah, I need to buy new body wash too. I have the extras, but the one that I buy from this store called Target is probably the best one that I like. The matcha flavored one. Yes. Why do they make so many things as matcha thing? It's like become a new trend. But this time, this matcha, trust me, this matcha body wash is pretty good. I had my sister Kitsune, buy it for me once, and then I never went back after that. So that's pretty good. But yes, essentials. I need to focus more on that. Even in my room, because like my room is so cluttered right now. I've organized it at some point, but it can need some it can be upgraded. It needs some improvements for sure. I even have some anime figurines on the side, which should not be there. Oh man. Give me, I'm just looking at the And I have so many backpacks. I have like 7, probably like 8 backpacks underneath like my TV console in my room. You see this? You see? Hang on. Let me move my avatar. My avatar, which is me. Not totally not ruining immersion. But just imagine that, but there's like 8 backpacks there. I only put that away because, you know, for the stream, but, or this VOD. But yes, yeah, a lot of real life improvements have need to be made. I do vacuum my room though. It's still clean. Okay, I'm not like a full degen. But yeah, even now, I even have laundry and waiting for me in the washer. Anyways, okay, I went off topic. This is what I mean by like yap. I just yap into oblivion. Going back, social media stuff, yes, I will do that in the future, but it is very limited right now. I don't even, yeah. Another thing that I did this week is that time of the year, guys. It is that time of the year. It is tax season. Woo. That, oh man, wow, totally. Hang on. Totally my favorite, right? I think I lost my train of thought there because I just keep switching emotions. Sorry, I had to remove my mask for a bit. Yes, tax season. It is tax season. I don't do my own taxes by myself. I literally have my family help me with that. We have another a tax person. You know, I don't do any of those app stuff where you enter in all your information. I actually hire someone for that. So I've been stressing about the taxes for a long time now. I have a lot of other side projects that I do. And I made a lot of different income from different sources. Let's just say. So I've been waiting for all my documents to arrive. So I've been stressing on that, but I've been able to, thankfully and fortunately, able to receive them on time, and I was able to send them. And I didn't even know some of my stuff from the mail arrived, and some of those forms I actually needed to scan and send to my tax person. And I'm not talking about W-2s and all of that. I'm talking about like, even with the insurances, I did not know that. I'm like, really? Really? Insurances? So that was interesting. I hate it when I have like a bundle of mail coming in and it's just the bills. It's just the bills or some random stuff that comes from work. And you're just sitting there like, okay, it's been a long day and now I gotta sort through all this mail. And then what I do too is after I open the mail, I would just write on the back of the envelope, which I probably shouldn't do. Because what if you wanted to do a return mail, right? Like you need the back of the envelope to put in the address to return it to. But what I do is I label them. I get my handy dandy pen and then label them to remember like what this mail is about, because I have so many envelopes already. I put them in a bag and now in a folder that I sort through. And sometimes I can't remember what those mails are for. So I started labeling them, which is probably good. I've been meaning to also try to get like a filing cabinet or something, but I started with buying from like a store and buying some folders. So that's a start, but I still need to label the folders. But I did color code them, so yeah, that's always useful. Because back then, they would just be in a freaking bag. They're just all in a bag. Which is probably, like not or ideal. It is not ideal when you're searching for documents. But hey, what can you do? What can you do, man? You learn once the bag is full that you're just like, oh snap, oh shoot. I actually have to go deep into this bag and find my documents. And I can't find anything. Oh, it's horrible. It's actually horrible. But yes, which is funny because I'm more organized at my job. I work with another kitsune. I work with another fox at my job, right? We're helping guiding all these souls. And I see her desk and it's just like cluttered. It's just like things are everywhere. And I'm like, no. That is not gonna be me. That is not gonna be me. No, sir. No, sir. Because the more souls that come into our building that's looking for our guidance, the more paperwork, the more it gets lost, and the harder our job is gonna be. So I even tell her like, no, like I need to clean up. Like I cannot live like this. But I can be messy too, especially when I'm like eating lunch. But that's only when I'm eating lunch. Like when there's food, I am guilty of this, and it's probably unprofessional. But I would just like eat at our desk and just leave my food there if someone needs me. But I still throw it away like after lunch. It's not like I just leave it for the rats or something, you know? So yeah, organization wise still needs improvement. I don't know why. I feel like, yeah, it's so weird. I'm just more organized at work. But when it comes to like my room, like in my house, in my own home, like I'm so messy. I don't know why. Does it come with like upholding reputation and trying to be professional? Probably. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is my brain like this? I think it's also because when I'm at home, I just want to lie down. I don't want to do anything, which is bad because I'm even thinking about like I have my sister who already cleaned our bathroom, but I've been meaning to actually wash the bathtub too, but I've just been procrastinating because I don't know. I get overwhelmed. I get overstimulated. So when I get home after a long day of work, I just want to like pass out or just like talk to my friends and then pass out. Because I've been talking all day. I'm like scratching my nose. Hang on. But yeah, I can do other things, but like major things like that, like man, that takes a long time. I used to do it. I used to be better before when I was a much younger kitsune, okay? I was this was back when I was disguised as a human and going to university. When I was still in university, man, I was consistent with cleaning the bathroom. I remember this because my oldest kitsune sister, and I have many sister foxes, she made us write on a contract. Like there was literally a contract assigned to us to clean whichever part of the house is there. So it would rotate. Like you either clean the bathroom, you would either vacuum, you would clean the countertop. So it would rotate each week. But that kind of fell through at some point, especially when my big sister fox moved out. There was a whole debacle on that too, because when they also started not doing it, and I noticed I was the only one doing the chores left back then. I kind of felt like, oh well, I guess I don't have to do it as well, because they were very busy with their college stuff too, and work, and of course I was, at the time I was still a bit more free with my schedule, so I was doing a lot of the housework. But yeah, as time went on, you know, things just fell through like that. But I do think I do need to get better at staying consistent and cleaning. But yeah, it's been a while. I just moved into this shrine recently, this Kitsune shrine, so it's been an adjustment. But I need to work on it. Yes. So I like how that was all from just me talking about freaking taxes. From taxes to cleaning house. You know, it all goes hand in hand. The responsibilities that you will have. But yeah, I noticed that too. Now that I'm reflecting on it, a lot of the things that I do now is just like I go to work, I'm there for like whole day, and then I help my sister to drive back, and then when it's already evening, I'm like too tired to do anything. So, but yeah, there's still weekends, but that's the sucky thing about weekends. It's like, why do we only get 2 days? There should be a whole day where it's just they give us an extra day to just do chores. Because I can't, man. I can't. But yeah, I should really wait. That's what I mean. Also, when I debuted, what I mean about like time management, like I really need to manage my time well, because I'm horrible at it. I'm terrible at it. Like even now, I'm recording this at like midnight when everyone's asleep, when I shouldn't be. But you know, it was also a busy day, which I will also talk about in a bit. But I've been yapping too much. Let's do the weekly recap. So I did mention my work already. I've been this week. It's been a busy week at the shrine, guys. I have been working overtime, like literally. Just this Friday, I worked overtime for like 3 hours. The other kitsune at the shrine that I work with, she had to go do an errand. You know, and it's a very important errand. I can't blame her. But man, I was there, and there were so many souls I had to guide back into reincarnation. But the day went on for longer because after I was done with everything, I didn't even need to be at the shrine. I just sat there for a long time doing nothing. Normally I would read my book, but that kind of, I don't know, the book that I'm reading right now doesn't interest me as much. And if you're curious about what it is, I've already mentioned I've been reading this rom-com book by Alexandra Moody, and it's called what was it called? It wasn't Grumpy Darling. See, I can't even remember it anymore. It was something Darling, you know, but I got halfway through the book already, and I feel like nothing's happened. And now I finally understand, like, this is what they mean by slow burn. But here's the thing, halfway through the book, right? And I feel like that the plot is just starting from there. And I'm already halfway through, and I'm just thinking, like, what did we do? What did we do halfway through this book? I am sorry, Alexandra Booty. Like, this is my first time reading your books. But man, the setup, it took like 250 pages. And there's only 350 pages in this book. Like, we could have condensed this to 100 pages at most. And if you're curious what I'm talking about, and I don't want to spoil it too much if you're reading the book, basically it's like enemies to lovers kind of thing. But the entire plot is her, you know how it is. They do the fake dating or whatever, and they make their ex jealous or something. But that only happens halfway through the book. I'm not even joking. Like, like, sure, we got some character development, but man, like, this could have been an email. This whole setup could have been an email. And we're finally getting the juicier parts, but at that point, I was already, like, kind of burnt out. So yeah, that's a reason why even when I was bored at work, I couldn't read through my book. And even then, I was already tired after, like, my full shift. So me going to overtime, it was not a good combo. It was not, like, I was out of it. I was loopy by the end of the day. So yeah, that was rough. That was really rough. But even before my overtime, yesterday on Friday, this whole week, let me tell you, the pressure is on. It's rough. We're not getting a lot of souls into the shrine, which is bad because where I work at, we need to meet quota on how many souls we can get reincarnated, but it's not looking too hot. And that's the only reason how I'm still in the building. Okay. So if we don't get as much reincarnations, I lose my job, which is probably an exaggeration, but it keeps the lights on. So it's been stressful at work. I have to guide these souls, like, at the best of my ability. I have to talk them through into actually being reincarnated. So yeah, and a lot of since a lot of my coworkers are, like, pressured, like, a lot of them are also, like, annoyed, or I don't know, everyone's on edge, and there's just, like, those workplace drama that you want to avoid. I've learned my lesson in my past lives. Like, I do not want to be involved in that, okay? I just want to stay in my lane and earn my keep. Earn my gold. I earn my coins, and then I'm out of there, and then I get to do this, which is broadcasting to you guys too. and just having my own insurance, my own health insurance. And paying bills. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want any of that workplace drama. So yeah, I've done my best though. Unlike my previous lives, I've done my best avoiding the workplace drama. So I'm kind of proud of that. You know, I've lasted this long. Because let me tell you, I do not last long in in my work, in my jobs, because life tends to happen sometimes, like life-changing things in my life. And I even had to move in recently, so yeah. So that's why even though there's a lot of pressure, like I said earlier, I love my job right now. It's probably one of the best jobs I've had so far. So even though it's stressful, which is good because it's very new to me. Usually when I'm like pressured or it's really stressful, like I cave in and I just become emotional. Like there are days when I do have that, but this time I'm surrounded by really good people, and I can tell if they're genuine or not. My previous job though, let's not talk about that. I'm also trickster. I'm trickster. A lot of kitsune. I'm surrounded by a lot of tricksters too. But yeah, it's a balance. You're stressed but I'm also happy. So I'm in my groove right now. I'm very happy. Yeah, so that's for work. Busy work at the shrine. Ooh, I forgot to mention, I also have a new desk. Yeah, I've been working at the shrine without a desk. Can you believe that? I did not have a full PC setup. I've just been working on the laptop. And it took like 3 months to get the desk set up. So yeah, I wasn't able to tell my family about that, but they realized or learned just recently that I did not have an office, like a dedicated office. I was just sitting right next to my coworker the entire time. And my boss Kitsune, the boss fox, apologized to me, and I was still thankful though. You know, they were chill about it. So I'm happy that I'm more efficient at work. So yeah, I mean, it was so great having my own space. Kinda, because I'm still like right next to the office of my my counterpart at work. But I really like the setup right now. It's really good. Let's see. Okay, so enough of work. Another recap that we have. I had no sleep. I have been terrible at it. There's just been no sleep at all for me. It's terrible. Let me lower my BGM a bit because I don't know if you guys can hear me. I caught up this weekend kinda. I slept a whole day today, and then the afternoon today I went out with family. But recently I have not been sleeping well. And the one to blame for that is caffeine. If you guys didn't know, I do not do well with caffeine. Caffeine is like my kryptonite. Like, I love coffee and anything that's like coffee related, and even soda back then. But caffeine, it's not even the like being awake at night. It just resets my whole circadian rhythm. But at the same time, like, man, it's just different. I experience the withdrawal from caffeine for me is like huge. Like, I'm not even my own self. Like, I just space out and zone out. So yeah, that was it's rough, man. No sleep at all. But I've been trying to do better. I say that, but I'm recording this at like 1 a.m. while my family is asleep. But it's just been busy, and a good kind of busy. And That's the reason why I've been sleep deprived. And whenever I go to work, so like sometimes I would be late. Do not tell my family this. I would be late at work sometimes. But my boss wouldn't notice though. I hope. At least that's what I think. But I would be late. And I'd be like, oh man, that fog. Because if you don't know, where I live, it's been a thick fog. There's been a thick fog and there's cars. Oh man. Even though I'm a Kitsune and I can travel and teleport, I still do the high road, you know, and because I have to blend in. I have to blend in with the humans. And the traffic with the humans, they do not know how to drive in the fog. Even like, let's be real. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Like, I know we have to drive slow in the fog, you know, to be safe. But we don't have to go that slow, guys. Let's be for real. Not 10 miles per hour. So, yeah, I've been waking up late. And I feel like it's become a habit because, I don't know, when I wake up, I just want to shower and just go. I don't even have time to eat breakfast. Like, I will try, but there's just not time. Or I haven't been making the time because I just wanted to lay in bed and I just couldn't get up. So yeah, I'm gonna try to change that this Sunday though. We'll see. So yeah, that is my weekly recap of what happened to me. Wow. Let's talk about some other things though. Oops, not mean to do that. Let's do a story time. Yes, it's not over. I'm still yapping. Yes, that's why it's a Zatsudan. So, recently I had one of my friends visit. They were in town. And this friend of mine doesn't really live near me in my dimensional pocket. So, this was really special. And it was at the day when Mama Kitsune, my Mama Fox, was also having their birthday. So it was kind of a weird time because I'm very used to just like celebrating my family's birthday and just being there for them the whole day. So I felt kind of guilty too. I didn't want to leave my Mama Fox, and it's my Mama Fox, bro. Like, you know, I want to be there for her when on her birthday. So I made the time. I just have the time to hang out with Mama Fox for like lunch, and then I did dinner with one of my friends. Their name is Kyo. Kyo visited me. And it was really fun setting up and preparing for that because I had no idea what we were gonna do. Kyo and I have just been hanging out online. Like, we just play video games online, and that goes the same for all of my friends. So meeting with them in real life is a huge deal, and I wanted to make it special. So I didn't know what to do for like, I was nervous and I was shy because I was like, dude, like, what are we gonna do? Like, we are just used to like hanging out online, so it's weird. It's weird when you're hanging out with them in IRL, you know. But I had to align it with his hobbies, right? And that's playing video games. So I looked for the nearest VR place that we could go to, and coincidentally it was right near where his hotel was, where he was staying. And I was like, oh dude, it's just gonna be a short drive then. It's like 15 minutes. And that was fun. When he arrived though, like, we saw each other at the hotel lobby, and then he got me a gift. Not for me, but for Mama Fox. And I was like, oh my gosh, I came in empty-handed, bro. I was thinking about it, but I didn't know what to get him. So I dedicated a lot of my time and energy to just like, I need to make it up for it. I need to make up for being like showing up empty-handed. I need to make his time really good. We have to have a good time. But he was really sweet, and he and his family got it for my mom. So that was really sweet of them. It was like from a popular like pastry place too. I didn't even know it was a popular pastry place. Mama Fox had to point it out to me. That was actually a luxurious place. So, yeah, it was interesting. My family really liked it. And then we were driving around town, where near my dimensional pocket, right? And he was really shocked because he was not used to the fog. And it was a really dense fog. So literally, where my dimensional pocket is, there is a lot of fog. Like the fog is dense. Like I'm talking, you cannot see anything like 5 feet from you. That's how thick it was. So we were driving around. He's like, dude, why is it so depressing here? Like, why is it like Silent Hill? I'm like, I know, right? It's like a horror movie or something. It was interesting to see it from his perspective, because where he lives, it was all sunny. And then when he got to my place, he was like, dude, this is like a completely different world. Yeah. Where I'm at, it's like the fog apparently. I just moved in here recently in this area, but apparently it's really bad during winter in January. But it's been lifting soon. We've been getting some sunlight. But when he visited, man, it was bad timing. He could not see anything. And he was even telling me like, oh man, I want to reminisce, because he used to live in the same area where I was at, and he wanted to reminisce on his old hometown. But it was the bad time because we could not see anything. So even if we drove around his neighborhood, he cannot see it. And we also have like the winter solstice. So like there was no more sunlight by the time he got here. And it was a long drive for him too. Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. Let me drink my water. Yum, 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 yum. But yeah, we went to this new VR place that I've never been to either. So usually when you hang out, you like go to a place that you're already familiar with and you scout it out first. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it as a surprise. But I also didn't have time anyways. I didn't have time to even scout it out. So we went in there blind. It was truly an adventure. It truly was. And it was inside, it was near a campus. So there was a lot of students. We got there, right? We walked in and it was weird. And he was telling me like, it's so weird seeing you in person and all that. We got into the VR place. It was like, it was smaller than I expected. Not gonna lie. Because they advertise it on the website like, oh man, it's a VR arena. Like, look at all this, like it's spacious and everything. It was probably the size of a restaurant. Like a mid-sized restaurant. Sure, there's like open space, but like I was expecting more. I'm not gonna lie. It was still fun though. It was still fun. And it was an interesting one for sure, because Ah, man. The first thing that we did was like walk in there, and then all the employees were asking like, "Hey, do you need help? Like, do you need help with anything?" And me and him were a bit shy because of course this is our first time there. So we just wanted to be like, "Oh no, we're just looking around. We're just browsing." We're looking around at all the other people with their VR headsets on already. And then finally, we mustered up the courage to walk up to an employee and be like, "Hey, what kind of games do you guys have? Like, what's up with this VR place?" And then they listed out all the games. They say there's a cooking game, and then there's one that's like Call of Duty Zombies, and then there's one with an escape room. And apparently, the escape room is the one that's the longest. And he said like, "Oh, it's like 40 minutes long, so you get buck for your money." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, that's cool." But in my head, I'm like, there's no way my friend Kyo and I are gonna there's no way we're gonna solve it by ourselves. Because trust me, we've already played an escape room together in a video game, and we needed 5 of our friends there to be there, and we still couldn't solve it. It took us probably hours to solve that escape room. So no. And then I forgot the other game. There was another game. There was another game besides that. I think what was it? There was another game for sure. I think it was like an adventure game. It's like, oh yeah, the adventure game. It's like an obstacle course. And I was like, okay. And then I looked at Kyo and I was like, "Hey, which game do you want to play?" And then he said like, "I think the cooking one is interesting." And I was so surprised because Kyo is an FPS gamer. He's an FPS gamer. He likes fighting games too. So when he suggested the cooking game, I was taken aback. But then he also said like the second option, since we have 2 plays, was gonna be the fighting game, not the fighting game, the Call of Duty like game with the zombies. And I was like, okay. So we went in there and we tried VR for the first time. Let me drink my water. Yum, yum, yum. We tried VR for the first time, and it was so surreal. It felt so weird. I thought people in the videos were like exaggerating, like, "Oh, you're in a different world and all that." And back then I was like, man, it's just a screen on your face. Like, how different could it be? I put that on. Let me tell you, I put that on. Okay. All right, hang on. Let me change my... I put that on, man. I put that on. And it was a truly an experience. That experience, it was nothing like I've experienced before. It really felt like you were in there. Like you were inside the world. Which is surprising. I thought they were exaggerating. They were not. They were not exaggerating this. Okay? I put that mask on like this. Right? I put that mask on and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." And it was, we were like picking up the bottles and everything, like the virtual bottles inside the game, and it really felt like I was actually carrying the bottle. Oh, and I forgot to mention before that, they even had asked us to sign a waiver so that we don't get hurt. And I'm like, yeah, we should probably do that, because knowing us, we would bump into each other, which we kind of did in the beginning when we first put on the VR headsets. But yeah, but I can't blame them that it's so expensive. It was an expensive trip, but it was worth it. But yeah, we were playing the cooking game and we had no idea what we were doing. We were kind of familiar because, at least I was, because I was already used to playing Overcooked with my sisters, so I kind of had the gist. And my friend Kyo has had experience working in the kitchen, so we kind of went our own way. Even though it's a collab game, we went to separate kitchens or separate cooking stations in the beginning, and we were just like getting used to the controls at that point. And we did pretty well. We had like, I think we had 1 star out of 3. Not bad when you're just getting used to controls. And we got a bit cocky because we were like, yeah, we can do level 5 immediately. We don't have to do the tutorial. We were wrong. We were dead set wrong. At least I was, because I was struggling. I did not know the controls at all. So yeah, the cooking was pretty good. And then we went to round 2, and finally we went in the same station. And the orders were much easier this time because I think it defaulted to just 2 orders at a time or something like that, like 2 ingredients, I mean. And then I was assigned to like cutting, and then my friend was assigned to like doing the other stuff, like setting up the hamburgers, the patties. So that was cool. It was cool. And then finally we got 3 stars on that one. Yeah. It was so surreal. It was cool too because there were like gaps on the floor, and you feel like you were actually gonna fall if you don't like go through the bridges. Yeah, if you're wondering, there are like gaps on the floor in the kitchen. Don't ask me why, but there was also like lava. And then we had to cross like the metal bridges. And I was like, okay, this is completely normal for a kitchen, right? Like, but yeah, other than that, like, we also tried the Call of Duty Zombies like game, and that was probably my favorite one out of the 2. Because in the beginning, I also didn't know how to shoot. Like, Kyo was hard carrying me because I was like, how do you shoot this gun? Like, none of my bullets are coming out. And pretty much the employees at the VR place were getting annoyed by us because they would tell me like the instructions, but I would ignore them because I could barely hear their voice, because you would have speakers like right next to your VR headset, and I could barely hear these guys. So my best bet was shouting at my friend Kyo and asking him like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And at some point we learned the controls, and we chose this level where we would be in the trenches, and there would just be zombies spawning at the trenches. Like they would like fall down on us. It was so cool. And then I would get the guns, and just like Call of Duty, like you can buy your guns with each kill, and if the default guns are like double pistols with infinite ammo, and that's how you earn your guns. And the one that I was rocking with was in the beginning was like the assault rifle, and it was the same with my friend. We had like M14 assault rifles, and you could even headshot them, like the zombies and all that. And it really required hand-eye coordination in real time, which was very, very interesting. But yeah, it took a bit. And there was also like mystery boxes like Call of Duty. It was basically a ripoff of Call of Duty Zombies. Which I'm not mad at, because I haven't played Call of Duty Zombies. I've only seen gameplay for my friends. But playing it right now with VR, it was pretty awesome. It was really good. Yeah, and after we did that, it was pretty much it. Like putting off the headset. Hang on. This part might cut off because my recording is about to end. Oh wait, never mind. It's still going. Never mind. But yeah, the moment we put down the VR headset, and by the way, no shade on Kyo, but I think I also hard carried that game, okay? I had the highest score and the highest kills. Because after I dropped the M14 rifle, I found out like there was a shotgun in the corner in the trenches. And I got 2 of those shotguns and went full Terminators on all the zombies. That's right. That's right. I just like farmed the zombies in the corner and just kept buying shotguns with the bullets. It was really fun. We died like probably once, me and Kyo, in the game. But that was enough to like finish like 10 waves of zombies. And it took us like probably 30 minutes. So yeah. And the moment we placed down the headset, dude, it was trippy. We were just like trying to touch physical objects because there was no warning that after you're done with the VR headset, like we needed to touch some objects because we felt like we were floating, like for real right now. Like it's weird because our eyes were trying to adjust. Our eyes were like trying to adjust with our hand movements to see if our hands were still real. So I needed a couple of minutes before I needed a couple of minutes before I could drive again. So it's a good thing that we parked pretty far from the VR place, because if I drove in that state, there was no way we were gonna get back. So yeah, that was really fun. And I also I think the reason also that they got annoyed with me is because I kept telling the employee to take a video of us. So I gave them my phone while they were because I wanted to send it to also our other friends, our other Kitsune friends. So the employee took a video of us and it was just us like going around like idiots and asking each other like how to do shit. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really great. And then after that, we went to a fast food restaurant because we got a bit hungry. And that was fun too. We took pictures there. But it was a ghetto place. Like imagine this, right? We just finished a VR and we were so happy. We had a lot of fun. And then we went to this like really isolated fast food place at the corner of like the neighborhood. And there's like dense fog around us. So it truly felt like a horror movie experience, but then we got our burgers. And I don't know why. I ordered like 16-piece chicken nuggets. And I already ate dinner. I already ate dinner that day. Like, make it make sense. So I had my friend Kyo like eat half of that stuff because I could not finish it. And then he was asking me like Kitsune, like why are we eating in the middle of nowhere in this dense fog? Like this is how we get killed. And I was like, this is for the vibes. This is for our adventure, okay? We're out on an adventure. And then he forgot his drink. He forgot his drink. And I'm like, dude, just buy your drink. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, okay, let's go to a boba place then. At least you could get a good full cold drink, man. So I looked up on the maps, on the GPS. And I found like the nearest boba place that I could find with good reviews. So we had to drive another 20 minutes to that boba place. And Even I did not know about this place, okay? Like, we're going in this blind as we are in the fog, okay? We got there to the boba place. It was actually chill. There was a lot of selections. There were some youngsters there too. And then when the youngsters left, we noticed what they were sitting in the couch and they were like rowdy. And then me and my friend Kyo, we saw them playing Smash Brothers, bro. There was, ladies and gentlemen, there was a dedicated section for a Smash Bros. Almost like tournament-like section. I kid you not. I kid you not. It was running on a Nintendo Switch 2, and there were freaking 8 controllers. 8 controllers on the and get this, it's not even on a TV. No. They had six TV screens like hanged on the wall. And they were projecting that on the wall on the 6 TV screens. It was a giant screen projecting the Super Smash Brothers. And I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't even plan for this. But here we are, 2 video gamers. Me and my friend, we were just like in awe. So we picked up the controllers and we started playing Smash Brothers. While drinking our boba. And we had a fun time. We had a really fun time. At least I had. He had a fun time too, he said. So we played like 5 rounds of Smash Brothers. And it was getting late at that point. And we've talked for a long time too. And it was just overall fun, man. It didn't feel real. It felt like a dream. Me and my friend Kyo just hanging out, because this happens once in a blue moon, guys. Me and my friend Kyo hanging out, like that does not happen. Except for when we go to like anime conventions. So after we were done with that, it was like getting late, so I had to like drop him off at his hotel again. We had like our awkward hug in front of these 3 dudes in the lobby. And that was it for the rest of the night. And then I went home to my family foxes, and I drank my my whiskey, which, fun fact, is my favorite drink. I drank my whiskey for the night and passed out. So yeah, it was really great. It was really great. And then we messaged each other on Discord. Well, we talked to each other on Discord. And I'm glad that he also had a fun time. Yeah. It was great. It was great. Thank you, Kyo. I'd like to thank Kyo if he's watching. Yeah. Overall, good visit, man. I've rated a 9 out of 10. We're just missing 1 because I feel like he got here too late already, so we didn't get to do as much. But yeah. Anyways, that was a long story time. I'm not even sure if I could fit the others. I've been talking for a while now. It's like 1:30 a.m. where I'm at. But yeah, that was my visit. What is the next one? I swear we're almost done. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Hytale and Arc Raiders. Okay, I didn't want to place some pictures here because I was scared of copyright, and I just started making this channel, okay? Arc Raiders. Well, let's do Hytale first. Hytale. I have been meaning to play Hytale, but I wanted to do it when I'm recording and playing it. I wanted to play it while I finally debut, which I already did, which is really good. And yeah, That's the reason why I haven't gotten into it, but I've been really interested in playing Hytale. Minecraft was probably one of my favorite games growing up. I don't play it as much anymore because I don't know, the magic is gone. You know when you grow old and you don't play that one game that gave you that magic itch anymore. But after the release of Hytale and the gameplay I've been seeing, I feel like this is what I've been missing from Minecraft. Like Hytale is just Minecraft 2.0. Like it has so many things that I really like in RPGs, and you already know I love my RPGs and JRPGs. Okay? And you mix in some crafting. My goodness. My goodness. You got me. You got me, okay? Because this is top tier. Okay, Hytale, I am ready for Hytale, man. Once I get my thing set up, I'm gonna see first. I'm gonna test out if I can stream. I don't have a good upload speed, but we're gonna see. We are actually gonna see if I can play Hytale this week. But it is definitely in my playlist. Definitely. Yeah. I've been seeing some streams too. I haven't gone in depth into it or detailed research, which I usually do with games. So I don't know much about the game yet, but that will change because I will look up a guide. I will look up a guide for it, for sure. Because I feel like we need objectives, right? Especially if I'm recording it or streaming it. I feel like it would be better if we had an objective. I feel like it's better for me too because I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I cannot function without an objective, like without a list of things to do. So if and when I play Hytale, I will already have like some bit of knowledge to know what we're gonna do, okay? All right. Okay, moving on. Arc Raiders. I have been playing Arc Raiders. Okay? It's really good. It is really good. It is probably I don't know. It's been a while since a game has had me hooked like this, but by that I mean like a multiplayer game because I play with my friends, and a lot of the games that I play with my friends, they're already like let's just say old games. So things like League of Legends, Apex games or Apex Legends. And that's basically it. And Valorant. We don't play as many games, you know? So having another game that gets us hooked together, especially my whole friend group, it was really surprising this year. But recently though, I haven't been playing it. I feel like I've gotten to the point where I've grinded enough. Even though I don't have all the workbenches at level 3, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm at a point where I can just like ambush people and get their loot and all that, which you can technically get in the game with free loadout, right? But I don't know. It's different in the first like 50 or so hours. But once you get to that point where you're sitting comfortably with a lot of things in your stash, that's when the game like kind of peaks. Because there's no other incentive, I would say, besides like just upgrading all your shit, which is the entire point of the game, right? Like, but I don't know. I guess I'm more of a PvP kind of player. But I can already achieve PvP just with the low equipment that I have, and you just have to get lucky at like ambushing people. So yeah, Arc Raider's fun though. It's really fun. The fact that the AI in that game can even learn like what you can do, and they've been collecting data on what players do. It's already like groundbreaking. I would say. Um, yeah, Arc Raider is definitely a surprise for this year. My other friends have been playing it, especially my other one of my friends who works in the military. He's been playing it a lot, and it is definitely his jam. Something that he can grind in mindlessly and endlessly. I've been talking about it with my other friend too, and we both agree that it's kind of like Monster Hunter, because you're like trying to collect the parts from the arcs, and then you're just like trying to collect materials, and then you upgrade your equipment. The only downside is like if you lose all your stuff, which I feel like it's, you know, part of the fun. It's part of the fun. I've been telling my friends too, like they need to add like a bounty hunting system. You know, something that would actually reward players for hunting down other players who have low honor. And by low honor, I mean players that just keeps killing other players for no reason. And they don't even need their loot and all that. So bounty hunting system, if whoever's the studio, I already forgot the name. They need to get in on that. Bounty hunting system is probably going to change the game a lot. But yes. So those are the games that I've been playing. Hytale, definitely. Man, I might play it tomorrow. Or maybe on Tuesday. We'll see. Yeah. There's no other games that I've been playing. Like I said, like I would just get back from work and then I would just pass out. Or play League of Legends or Apex Legends with my friends and then pass out. But these are the two new games that I've been playing. Not Hytale. I mean Arc Raiders. So yes. Okay, well, it is getting late on my end too, so I just had to speed through that. I know I've been talking for a long time now. But thank you for listening. This is my first Yap session. There's gonna be a lot of this where I'm just talking about life and my thoughts in general. Probably some news too. We'll see. I've been thinking of I don't know. During these Zatsudans, if we can do like talking about the news. I don't want to be like a drama channel. That's why I'm kind of hesitant. You know those YouTubers who just makes drama channels, like they post videos about the dramas of celebrities or politics and all that. I don't want to be that kind of channel where I try to sway people's opinions. I know it can't be avoided because we live in a free world, but it's just an idea out there that I could just like, oh, maybe I could talk about this news article, but give my thoughts, but not like influence too much and push too hard on it. But that's inevitable, I guess. But I don't want to like exaggerate my thoughts, I mean. So I don't want it to feel like I'm clickbaiting people. I just want my honest thoughts. Express my honest thoughts, I mean. But yeah, that's an idea. We'll see. Because there are other things that we could talk about, not just my life. I don't want to talk about my life all the time. I even think like my life has been a bit boring, but then recently just like picked up. I don't know why. That's why I had a lot of things to say, and I've been yapping for like almost an hour and 20 minutes. And that's the reason why I can't stream, because even right now I already feel lightheaded just talking like this. So anyways, I am gonna go for now. Thank you for listening. I will probably upload this on a Sunday. We'll see. It will be soon. because I already have the thumbnail up and everything, and I've already edited a lot of the slideshows. So this will be up soon, and then hopefully this week I can probably play Hytale or another game. I wanna test the streaming capabilities of my PC setup. But that's another topic for next time. We'll see. And if the stream doesn't work out, then I will probably just stick to short form content and the long videos like usual. So that's it for me for now. I'll see you on the next one. Oh kitsune. Oh kitsune. Oh kitsune. Oh kitsune. Okay, I should really go. Oh kitsune.